So, good afternoon, good afternoon. My name is Elvis. Where are the ladies? I'm here to talk to you. Today is another segment, another type of agitation. This is for our sisters, our lovely sisters back home. Most of you guys are going from platform to platform looking for husbands from abroad. I want to give you a word of advice. It might not be the right advice. If you like, you take it. If you like, don't take it. If you like, you see sense and reasoning in what I'm trying to say. If you like, you start commenting bullshit. I don't care. But I am telling you from experience and from experience of people that I know. And whatever I tell you here is just my own personal advice to you. So if you are a sister, a woman, a lady, a girl seeking to relocate to Europe or seeking to get a husband that is living abroad, one thing I want you to understand is that these guys abroad, they have seen it all. These guys abroad, they have seen many types of women. These guys abroad, they have seen every type of women, because when you come to abroad, there is no country in the world you will not see in a particular city. There is no type of girl that you want to get that you cannot get. Do you understand? So which means these guys have seen it all. So when these guys finally made up their mind to come back home to look for a wife, you have to understand that this guy is not stupid, number one. You have to understand that these guys have already had some experience, number two. So just because this guy is coming from abroad, don't take him for granted. Don't take him like a fool. Don't make your phone spoil every minute just because you have somebody from abroad. You have to be intellectual and intelligent enough to know that this guy is not your bank account. This guy is not your bank account. Just because he will call you, babes, what's up with you? How are you doing? You say you are not feeling well, you are not happy, he will send you money. Doesn't mean that he's stupid. He just wants you to be okay. Your phone you are using must not spoil after 1 week that you met a guy that is living in Europe. The laptop you are using must not spoil immediately the next 2 weeks after you met somebody that's living in Europe. Don't try to make this guy your bank account, because he is not. He is working very hard, and this guy in question have also a family to feed. He is having his own brothers, sisters, cousins, his own father and his own mother that he is taking care of. That he is going extra mile out of his way, trying to make sure you are okay, trying to make sure that his girlfriend is okay. Doesn't mean that he's stupid. There are some things that he will give to you that you have not even given to his mother. There are some things that he will give to you that you have not given to his own sisters. There are some things that he will buy for you that you have not even bought for his own sisters. So, what I'm telling you now is this. Don't take it for granted. Don't think that you are a player. Don't you think that you can get it from this person and get it from this person, because these guys, they have already seen it all and they know exactly what they want. So if a guy comes to you and he's having a good intention towards you, you have to be smart enough to be an asset to this guy. Don't be a problem. You are not supposed to be part of his budget. I mean, don't make yourself a liability to this guy. Make yourself available, make yourself an asset to this guy. Don't make yourself like, don't be a job. Don't be an extra job, extra work. That same moment, you have school fees, you have to pay your school fees. The next month, you have to buy a phone. The next 2 months, you have to do operation. The next 5 months, your sister have to go to hospital. Every day, one problem. You don't do that way. Don't do it. I'm telling you guys, because most of you guys, let me tell you from experience. From experience, I have a friend of mine that actually have a girl that he wants to get married to. He told me, Elvis, look, I've seen a girl I want to get married to. I met this girl from social media. I'm going back home to see her. By the end of the day, you see that the bills don't stop getting up. Every day there must be one problem or the other. Either the fan is spoiled, the fridge is spoiled. You might think that this is not much money. You might think that it doesn't matter. It matters a lot. Because a man that is trying to build, a man that is building a house, he needs every 5,000 naira, every 6,000 naira is going to get him a bag of cement. So don't be a problem to him, even though he's trying to help you, even though he's trying to make sure your life is good. Don't be a liability to him. As a man that has seen it all, that really need you in his life, he will try to help you as much as he wants, as much as he can, if he's a real man. But don't make him not to sleep just because of you. Do you understand? If you have been living before you met this guy, you have been paying your house rent before you met this guy, you had a phone before you met this guy, before you met this guy, since you are 21 years of existing, 25 years of existing, 30 years of existing, you have been existing before you met this guy. So how have you been existing? You cannot tell me that you have been doing prostitution all your life. You cannot tell me that you have not been hustling and tried to make ends meet. So what happens? All of a sudden, because you meet somebody that is coming from Europe, everything stops. Then everything now depends on the guy. It's not as if that the guy is not going to take only care of you. You will now bring in your friends, your family, everybody to depend on the guy. Betesuya is nama. You don't do it that way. I'm giving you as an advice. When you get somebody that is very, very humble and a good man that is coming from Europe, trying to find a way to get you there, to marry you, for you to be part of his household, you have to make sure that you don't stress him out with all this Nigerian stress. Every day, one problem. Avoid it. Avoid it. Try, when you have a problem, find a solution. There is always, in Nigeria, people survive. Find a solution for your problems. Then if this guy is a good guy, he is going to notice that you are going through some difficult times. He will be the one to ask you, babe, are you okay? Babe, open up, tell me, what is it? Even without you telling him, he will just send money to you. He will just send money to you because he wants you to be okay. But don't give him bills. Don't give him bills. Don't give him bills. Don't do that. I have personally my own experience when I had a girl that this girl, it's not as if that I was even interested for anything, but we are just friends. We are just friends at a way that this girl told me that she is having a very big problem, that I should help her. I said, how much? She said that she's having a problem of 50,000, 50K. I said, okay, no problem. I gave her 50K. Do you understand? Remember that we don't have anything. We just talk on phone. She's just my friend. So what happened is that the next 2 weeks, this girl sent me some pictures that he went to do Thanksgiving in the church. So I asked her, so that was the problem you were telling me, because when she was telling me that she's having a very big problem, I never asked her what kind of problem is that, because girls always have one or two problems that you must not know exactly what the problem is. Do you understand? So I didn't care to know what the problem is. Since you said you want 50,000, I gave you 50,000. But at the end of the day, you used my 50,000 to go and give your fucking pastor. For what? You use my money to go and do Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving for what? Why can't you pray to God to deliver you? Since you don't have money, pray to God and use the 50,000 for something else. Don't use my money to give your pastor. Don't do that. So I'm just giving you as an example. This is not somebody maybe I want to marry or something like that. This is just a friend. A female friend that I was just trying to help. From that day, I stopped to talk to her. I blocked her number because you don't give my hard-earned money to pastor. You don't do that. Just because you want to be recognized in the church, you want to do Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, you don't have a job, you don't have a good life. You are giving Thanksgiving for what? For what are you giving Thanksgiving? It's not as if that is your money. You are taking money from someone else that is working hard to go and give a pastor that is having a private jet. For me, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make no sense. So, which means I'm not going to talk to you anymore. So what I'm saying is this. Guys, ladies, be very, very careful and very vigilant. Husband is very, very scarce, whether you believe it or not. Husband is very, very scarce. That is why you see some people, they don't even mind to marry somebody that is already having a wife and children. You see some girls, they are side chick of men that are already married, because men are very, very scarce. If you like, take it from me. If you like, don't take it from me. But when you find a good man, when you find someone that likes you, when you find someone that wants your goodness, when you want someone that can support you in what you're doing, when you find someone that wants your education to finish, that wants to support you, don't think that you are a player. Don't think that you can just take his money and do this. It doesn't work that way, because this person you are dealing with have met South African girls, have met Kenyan girls, have met Liberian girls. This person have met China girls, have met every type of women before he decides to come back home to take you as his wife. And this guy is having a plan for you. So don't spoil it because of phone. Because your friends just buy one new phone, then you want exactly the same phone your friends are buying. You cut your coat according to your size. Just because your friend is living in Lekki, and then because your boyfriend is in Germany, is in Europe, is in Dubai, you also want to go and live in Lekki. You don't do that. You don't do that. These are advice from a brother. to a sister. So take it from me and think about it. If you have someone that likes you and adore you, don't give him bill. All right? Don't give him bill. Those good things that you need, it will come automatically. It will come. The guy will give it to you without you asking it. So don't give him bill. Don't do that. Because when you do, that is the way you're going to be losing the good man that is coming in your life. And at the end of the day, you end up marrying and having children for West men. Then you end up being a single mom, and you come back again in the market, you start crying looking for another man. Because the opportunity you had, you never used this right. So guys, I am out. This is Elvis.